everyone, this is Cindy from Stamped with Aloha. Welcome to my Festive Tags class. In today's class, I'm going to teach you how to take the Festive Tags Kit by Stampin Up, and we're going to convert part of that kit into 5 gift card holders for the holidays. So let's go ahead and get started on today's projects. So here is the Festive Tags Kit. It comes in this nice sturdy box, and it comes with all the instructions on how to create 5 different tags 3 times each, so for a total of 15 tags. Now, it's one thing to see it on paper, but let me show you what these tags look like in person. So first of all, you have this joy tag here with a wreath. You can see the cute embellishments. And then you have this poinsettia tag with the Merry Christmas. You have this ornament tag for you. You have this big Noel tag with the Christmas tree. And then my personal favorite, you have this Be Merry Snowman tag. So the really unique and beautiful thing about these tags is that the colors are so pretty, I think, and also each of these tags is layered. So you see you'll have a large tag in the base, then you have a second tag that's attached with your baker's twine, and then you have a focal point. So it really makes these tags special because they have movement, and then they also each have embellishments, these little gold embellishments on each one of them as well. And so they're beautiful as tags. This in the US, this kit is priced at $13. So it's priced really well to make the 15 tags. But as I said, I'm going to show you how by adding just a little bit of additional product, we can convert these into gift card holders. All right, so let's get started with the first one. And actually the first one, we're going to be creating this tag. So I'll give you the opportunity just to see how you put the tag together, because we're going to make the tag as is, and then I'm going to convert it into the gift card holder. Okay, so to begin, we're going to look for the pieces. So you would go into your kit and you would pull out these tags. So for this one, I need this shiny white and gold tag, and then I need the flirty flamingo tag here. So I'm just popping out the little circles. And then you're going to need the focal point. So I'm going to grab this sheet, it comes in the kit, and we're going to use the ornament focal point for this. All right, now you'll see that this tag also uses baker's twine. So I'm going to show you a little tip here. So in this pamphlet that comes with the kit, did you know that there is a ruler on the side right here? And also this pamphlet shows the instructions for each one of the tags. It shows you how many dimensionals to use. It shows you the general layout. It shows you how many embellishments were used, because sometimes it's hard to see the embellishments on the photo. But also it gives you a guide here. You can see the pair of scissors, and it says that you need 8 1/4 inches or 21 centimeters of baker's twine for this. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'll use this as a guide. I'm going to lay this on here like so, and then I will grab my paper snips, and then I'll take this and we're going to measure it from 0 to 8 1/4 inches. And then I will snip this, and now my baker's twine is all ready to go for the first project. So for the baker's twine, I'm going to take it and I'm going to layer my 2 tags together, and then I'm just going to thread this through and tie a knot. So this is a little bit different than how I did the baker's twine here, but it's really up to you. Whatever way you like to tie tags onto your gifts, you can use your baker's twine whatever way that you like to do it best. Okay, so I'm gonna just tie a bow, like I said, which is really hard when you're filming, but there you go. And I'll just even it out a little bit. And then if I want, let's look at that. That looks okay, that looks good. Otherwise, you can also trim it a tiny little bit if you want. Now, for the focal point on this tag, we have the ornament. So I'm gonna flip the ornament around. And then in the kit, you get dimensionals. So I'm going to take and I'm going to pop 2 dimensionals on the back of this, peel off the backing, and then we're going to flip this over and pop it on right there. Okay, and then I'm going to use the sheet here with all the words, and for this one we want the for you. So we're going to peel that off and we're going to stick that on the tag. So that is exactly how you put together the tags for each one of them. But again, I promised you a gift card holder. So because this is just the perfect size, for project number 1, we're going to use a new product, which are these brand new envelopes that are a part of our latest holiday catalog. And these are classic gift card envelopes. So you can see they have a little slot in the back to close it. And all we're gonna do is turn the tag over, and we are going to add dimensionals onto the back of this tag. So we're gonna put 2 dimensionals here and 2 dimensionals here. And then peel off the backing. I did throw that on the floor. Okay. All right. And don't worry, I'll sweep after. And then we're gonna just center this on the envelope. And there you go. So that's the simplest way that you can convert these. Now, not all of them will fit on this envelope, so that's why most of the projects we're doing in this class are going to be cards. But for this one, because it was just the perfect size, I wanted to show you how you could convert the gift card envelope into a fun gift card holder by using, decorating it with the tag from this kit. All right, so that is project number 1. Let's move on to the next one. All right, for the next one, we are going to be working with a basic white note card. This comes with an envelope as well. And then I added some cardstock. If you did take this class with me, then you received a PDF that had all the dimensions of everything that we're going to be using today. But we have 2 pieces of Flirty Flamingo cardstock. So these 3 pieces do not come in the Festive Tags kit. I added these pieces. Another thing that you're going to need is a circle punch. So I'll be working with a 2-inch circle punch. For this one, we're going to be using this Merry Christmas tag, and we're going to use all the exact same pieces. We're just going to lay them out a slightly different way. So what you'll get from your kit is this piece right here. You're going to get this piece right here and the focal point poinsettia flower. So let's get that out, which is this right here. So let's set this to the side right now, and let's prepare the base of the card. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take this Flirty Flamingo cardstock. This has been distressed with a brand new embossing folder called the Distressed Tile Embossing Folder. I think this is one of my favorite new embossing folders from the catalog. So I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to add some adhesive to the back, and then I'm going to glue this onto the front. Okay. Now, the way that we're going to create this into a gift card is we're going to take this second piece of cardstock, and then I'm going to take my 2-inch punch, and right in the center of that cardstock, I'm going to punch a notch. Okay. Then I'm going to open up the card base, and then I'm going to carefully take my liquid adhesive. I'm going to put a strip down one side, a strip down the other side, and then I'm going to put a strip across the bottom. Okay. If you prefer, you can also use tear and tape or a double-sided tape as well. And then I'm going to layer this carefully on the inside of the card and just press it down. Okay. And you want to make sure that you keep the glue close to the edge, but not too close so that it oozes out the edge when you stick this down. And then give it time to dry so that it'll be able to hold your gift card once it's dry. All right, now we're back to the focal point of the card. So again, you're going to be using these tag pieces. And so for this, we're going to go ahead and pop out that little circle there. And then we are going to attach this to the front of the card with dimensionals. So turn this over and get out your dimensional sheet. And I'm going to just add a couple of dimensionals onto this tag. Actually, I'm going to do 3. Okay, and we'll peel this off. And then I'm going to angle this on the front of the card so it looks like this. Okay, next we'll take out this piece here. I'm going to pop out that little circle. And then this time, rather than use the dimensionals, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this. And I'm going to just line up those 2 holes, just like that, and lay it down and stick it down. So this one won't have the movement that the tag does. Then I'm going to get out the word sheet. We're going to add our words next. And we want the words Merry Christmas. So these are separated. So we're going to start and put the Merry on the right side of the tag. And then right below that, we'll pop out the word Christmas. And we'll put that right below it. Okay, so now our words are on there. So next we need our focal point. So I wanted the words to go on there so that you can kind of position this flower however you would like it to go. So I'm going to position it on there just like that. And rather than add a dimensional, because there's already some height to this, I'm just going to put some glue on the back and I'm going to stick this down. Okay. All right, we're going to add our embellishment next. And I just realized I forgot to add the embellishment on project number 1. I don't know how I could have done that, because the embellishments are my favorite part, because you know I love sparkle. So we're going to go ahead and take one of these embellishments and put it right in the center of that flower. And then let's go ahead and pull out this tag over here, project number 1, and we're going to just add one embellishment to that as well. We're going to add it right there. Oh, so much better. Okay, so now we have our 2 embellished project, number 1 and now number 2. Okay, isn't that pretty? And then you open it up and you can slide your gift card in the pocket. All right, 2 projects down. Let's work on project number 3. Did you guys notice I'm wearing my Santa shirt today? You know, getting into the holiday spirit, even though it's actually not even September yet. But that's okay, because we're gonna be early this year and we are gonna have everything done for the holidays, so there'll be no stress. All right, for the next card, we're gonna be working with a basic white cardstock, and then as well as a piece of pool party cardstock that I embossed with a beautiful new embossing folder called Christmas Tidings. I love it because it has all these beautiful sentiments and images that are all about Christmas. And you can lay this out in any direction and you'll see that you have just a beautiful pattern on there with all these fun images. Okay, so we're gonna use this, and again, these pieces did not come in the kit. This is what I added, but for this card, we are going to add some additional pieces from this tag right here. Okay, so what we need for this is, you'll notice that on this tag right here we have this big Lost Lagoon, but I'm gonna skip this tag right here. I'm not going to use that striped one, and instead I'm going to bring some shiny gold into this one. So I pulled this one off of a different tag and we're going to use that on this card. And then for the focal point of this, we're going to be using the tree. So that's where I wanted there to be a little bit of that gold to match the gold of the tree. Okay, so just changing things up a little bit. Okay, so these are the three things we're going to work with, but let me first show you how I prepared the card base. So I have a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of basic white cardstock. You can use thick or regular. And then I'm going to open up my trimmer and I'm going to line this up at 1.5 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to score it. And then just to score it in half, I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to line this up at the 5.5 inch mark, and then I'm going to score it. Okay, and that's all the scoring that you need to create a gift card pocket on this card. All right, but while I have my trimmer out, we are also going to be trimming this tag right here. So we're going to get rid of the circle part at the top here. So I'm going to line this tag up at 3.5 inches, and then I'm going to use the cutting blade and I'm going to cut off the top. Now you want to make sure that you get that gold part off. So if you cut it at 3.5 inches, it should remove all the gold and you'll just have a nice clean Lost Lagoon color at the top and no gold. Okay, all right, so now we're done with the trimmer and let's go ahead and put this card together. So we're going to take first and we're going to fold in on that 1.5 score line. If you have a bone folder, you want to just crease it, and this is where we are going to make a gift card pocket on the inside of the card. Okay, so we're going to open this up, and again we're going to be using a 2-inch circle punch. If you don't have a 2-inch circle punch, you can substitute with a 1 3/4 or 1.5 even, but 2-inch circle punch, and we're going to just bring it in here like this, and we're just going to take a little tiny bit out of there, and that's going to help us to form a gift card pocket. Now we're going to take our adhesive and we're going to put adhesive on the left side and on the right side, and then we're going to stick it down. Okay, and I'm going to fold it over and just make sure that I've got that adhesive on there. Okay, now we'll give that some time to dry, and while that's drying we'll go ahead and we'll add this piece to the front. So this is a pool party piece of cardstock with that fun Christmas tidings embossing on it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and layer that onto the front of the card. Okay, so the card base is done, and now we're ready to add the tag. So we have this tag here that we are going to place on the card about right there. And then we have this piece as well. Now, I put my paper trimmer away, but while the paper trimmer is out, you can also trim this off as well. Or if you have scissors, what we're gonna do is we're just going to straighten this out and just cut straight across. So either way, you do wanna trim off this as well, so that this is just a plain gold tag without the little circle on it. Okay, so this is gonna go on here like this. Okay, so to put this together, I'm gonna flip this around and we are just going to add some glue to the back of this. You don't want glue to go all the way to the bottom, just put it towards the top. And then this is going to go on here like this, and it's gonna just overhang to the bottom a little bit. So you see the layering on the bottom of the tag like that. And then for the focal point, we have the tree. So we're gonna turn that around. We'll take a couple of dimensionals, we'll place them behind the tree, and then we're gonna center that. Okay, this time I'm not gonna forget the embellishments. So we're gonna take our embellishments and we are going to place 2 at an angle down here at the bottom below that tag. And then we're gonna place 1 more up here at the top like that. All right, and so that's looking good. And now we want to place this onto the card, but we do want to use dimensionals to give it a little bit of a lift. So I'm gonna kind of eyeball it here. I'm gonna kind of just put my fingers where I want it to go. You can see I'm lining it up with my fingers. And then when I turn it over like this, I'm going to just take the dimensionals and I am going to place a dimensional on the edge of the card right here. And then I'm gonna take and place 2 dimensionals up here, but below where my finger is. And then I'll peel these off. Now I have the backings in a neat little pile off to the side. I'm not throwing them on the floor anymore. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this piece and I'm going to glue it down onto the front of the card. Okay, and then the last thing that we'll do is just add our wording. And so let's get out the sheet. And for this one, we're going to use the word Noel. And that Noel is going to get glued right on the base of the card at the bottom of that point. And there you go. This is project number 3. And then when you open it up, you have your gift card pocket hiding right here, okay? All right, let's move on to project number 4. So to begin, I have a piece of basic white cardstock. It's 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. I'm gonna place it in my trimmer here, and at the 1 inch mark, I'm going to score it. And then to get the center fold, it's already been scored, but I'll show you where it's at. I'm gonna bring this over to 4.25 inches, and I'm gonna go ahead and score the center. And that's all that you need to do to create a pocket for this one. Then I'm gonna take on that 1 inch score line and I'm going to fold it in. I'll use my bone folder to crease it. And then using a circle punch, I'm using the 2 inch circle punch. I just wanna center it and take a little nip out of the center there, okay? And that creates a little notch. Okay, then I'm gonna take my liquid glue and I'm gonna put liquid glue on the edge, on the left side, and on the right side. And then I'm gonna go ahead and press it down and just hold it in place because we wanna make sure that that seals together really good. I'll use my bone folder to just burnish it a little bit, and then we can go ahead and fold it like that. All right, so while that's drying, we are gonna add another layer. So I have a piece of basic white cardstock that I've embossed with a brand new embossing folder. This is called the Snowfall Sky 3D embossing folder. And I really love it because it starts kind of with light snowflakes at the top, and then they kind of are falling down, and then you have heavier snow here at the bottom. So it's really, really beautiful. I'm gonna turn this over, add adhesive to the back, and this will provide a nice snowy background for this gift card holder, which is gonna feature a snowman. All right, now let's get out the tags we need from the Festive Tag Kit. So we are going to be working with this tag here and this tag here. So on this one here, we are gonna cut it. So let me grab my trimmer. All right, so I'm gonna place this at 3 inches. And then I'm gonna use the trimming blade and I'm gonna trim it off. So now we have a 3 inch tag and we're just gonna remove this piece. for this black and white tag, I'm going to get out my 2-inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch right out of the center of the tag. All right, and then we need the focal point, so that will be this cute little snowman. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Okay, to layer this together, we are just going to take and add some liquid glue to the back of this, and I'm going to center it on this tag. And then I'm going to flip over the snowman tag, and I'm going to get out my dimensionals. And I'll add 2 dimensionals to the back. And we'll center him right there. And then for the sentiment, we are going to use the words that say, "Be merry." And I'm going to place that along the bottom. And then let's add our embellishments. So we're going to add 3 of them. And we're going to put 1 here, and 1 here, at an angle, and then 1 more down here at the bottom. All right, so our tag is done, our card base is done, and now all we're gonna do is adhere this to the front of the card with some dimensionals. So I'm gonna do it just like I did the last one. I'm gonna grab a couple of dimensionals, and then I'm gonna position it right there. I'm just gonna kind of line it up with my fingers, and then I'm going to just pull it over here, and then I want to put dimensionals right along the edge, and then I'll put dimensionals also right over here. Okay, and then I'm going to take off the backing of the dimensionals and then line this up and stick it down. Okay, and this is our project number 4. And so as you can see, you open this up and then you have this space right here to put your gift card in. All right, we have 1 more to do, and that is going to be our Joy gift card holder. All right, so these are the pieces that we need for project number 5, our final gift card holder. So I have a base of Pool Party cardstock. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And then out of the same color, I've punched a 1 3/4 inch circle out of the same color Pool Party cardstock. We've got a red embossed piece with that Christmas tidings, and then we have a piece of Lost Lagoon. And then the front piece here, let me show you how I cut this. This is a 4 by 10 1/2 piece of basic white cardstock. So the first thing that I did to prep this is I placed it in my paper trimmer and I lined it up at 5 1/2 inches over here. And then using my scoring blade, I scored it down the center. Right, then I took this piece and I lined it here at the 1 1/2 mark, okay? And then using the cutting blade, I cut down here and I stopped right at the score line at the center point. So I just scored a 1 1/2 cut there. And that's how we get this shape here. And this portion that I slit, this is the portion that we're gonna glue down to create a gift card pocket. All right, so let's start by putting that pocket together. So I have my liquid glue. I'm gonna place a really thin amount of liquid glue all the way across the bottom and up the side, okay? I'm gonna just spread that out a little bit. And then I'm going to stick that down and press it in place. Okay, because this is such a wide pocket, I don't need to make that little notch in it. We're gonna just leave it big like that. And once it's had a chance to dry, then it'll be really easy to slide a gift card in here and it'll hold it really nicely. Okay, so then we're gonna take this whole piece here and we're gonna flip it over and we are going to add it to the Pool Party card base. So I add my adhesive to the back, grab that card base, and we're going to center it on the top of that Pool Party. Okay, great. Then I'm gonna take this strip of Lost Lagoon and I'm gonna add adhesive to the back of that and stick that down on the pocket. And then take a look at this textured, I hope you can see that okay. We're gonna take that piece and we are going to add this to the front of the card here. And we're going to get out our wreath, the final image, punch this out, and then we're going to get the circle here. Now, for this one, I want to use the edges of the dimensional, so I'm going to just trim the edge pieces a little tiny bit, and then I'm going to take those little half pieces of dimensional and I'm going to place them on the back of the wreath, kind of towards the center of the circle. So I'm going to take off about 3 of them. So put one here and one over here. So it forms like a triangle. Okay, then I'm going to peel the backing off of that. And then I'm going to take that pool party circle and I'm going to cover up that hole right there. So when you flip it around, you'll see there's some depth to that wreath now, okay? Then we're going to take this and we are going to glue it onto the front of the card. Now, remember that we don't want to get any glue over here, so a tip would be to open it up and we're going to glue it so that it just is on the card like that. So again, position it on here, see where you want it to go. I'm going to kind of hold it in place, open it up, and then I'll just place my finger there and place adhesive just on the side of it. Okay, flip it down, and no glue right there. And again, you can, with liquid glue, you can move it a tiny little bit and get it where you want it, but that looks great. So that's where the wreath is going to go. And then I'm going to take the words that say joy, and I'm going to place that in the center of the wreath. Okay, to decorate the wreath, I'm going to get out these gold embellishments, and I'm going to place 3 of these gold embellishments in a triangle pattern. So 1, 2, and then 1 down below here. And that completes our gift card holder number 5. So let's take a look at all of the cards we made today. So we have one that opens like this. We have this one that opens like this. And then we have this one with our pocket here. We have the Noel card that opens up like this with a gift card at the top. And then we have our cute little gift card envelope that is sealed like this, and that is project number 5. And then remember, with this Festive Tags kit, you still have all of the supplies to create 10 gift tags that are made with these matching images. So there's really so many things that you can do with this beautiful kit. I hope that you're going to have lots of fun with it. Well, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. I love sharing this class with you. And I want to say a special thanks to those of you who purchased my deluxe kit, where you received all of these pieces for the additional products already prepped, die cut, embossed, and ready for you to put these projects together along with the PDF. So thank you to all of you, and for everybody who is just supporting me by watching this video today. I just hope that this will inspire you and help you get prepared for the upcoming holiday season. I love sharing this class with you, and I hope that you'll come back and stamp with me again real soon. Until next time, aloha.